now.
Mhm.
And give me a moment. I'm just going to share things around. I think we could turn the music just a little bit lower. Okay, thank you. I think different playlists have different, what's it called? Like decibel levels, even though the
Mhm. Mhm.
computer volume controls them.
Yeah, because I've not touched the volume um, for some time now.
Okay, so I've shared on X, and let's do the official channels. How's your morning going, IT?
Um, I had a stressful one just before I came on.
Oh no.
One of my one of my private students is stressing me out.
Okay. It happens.
Yeah, he's stressing me out. He doesn't want to like. I know, it takes time to really understand the way I read price. It's not straightforward, and
Okay.
he's new to the market, and
Yeah,
he wants to get it straight away because he thinks that he needs to make money
right.
now. So he's not actually taking time to learn the things that I'm teaching him. He's picking and choosing,
Oh, I see. Yeah,
and he's stressed that he's not getting it. But I know why he's not getting it is because he's not taking his time to learn it.
right. That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And I'm stressed. He stressed me out this morning.
Uh,
I had to use a different tone to, man.
yeah. You know, one of the quickest way to de-stress, and I just learned. I've learned it before, but it's just relearned it again this morning. Is to do the double breath through your nose. So like you take your
Hmm.
regular breath, but then you take an extra breath in because we always breathe shallow. We forget to breathe
Yeah.
properly,
Hmm.
and then exhale everything through the mouth.
Okay.
And like nice and slow, and then do that like 3, 4 times, and it's instant physical stress reliever. Works
Okay.
every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try that next time because I'm usually calm. Today I didn't. Okay, maybe today. That's why I've not done my meditation because I had to go and retighten my hair. You see my locks. I had to go and
Okay,
retighten them.
cool.
So I couldn't meditate this morning. So that could also be the reason why. Because I'm usually nothing stresses me out.
Right. Yeah, yeah, anytime my routine is messed up, I'm also like not in the same frame of mind that I'm used to. So then it throws things off a little bit, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It has thrown me off a little bit this morning.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm living a different reality.
Maybe we could have woken up in a different timeline today.
Probably, probably.
Um, well, brother, I'm gonna let you do your thing. And I got some code and a couple of things on my end here that I'm working on.
Mhm.
So thanks very much, and looking forward to I'm gonna do the replay later on, and of course I've got the LLM going on the side. So
Okay.
yeah, do your thing, brother.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome everybody to another trading week ending. It's Friday. Um, it's NFP. Ooh, you're going to be observing NFP today, because it's the first Friday of the month of February. So when it's 1:30, we will actually come back here to the dollar index and observe what the dollar index is going to do. But in a nutshell, since we're expecting lower prices, I would want to see dollar index go lower. Now, on the daily time frame, yesterday was interesting. We were anticipating them to just go up a little bit more into that fair value gap on the H4 here, and then resume going lower. For some reason, it couldn't even get there. Why? Because price is bearish, it needs to go down. So when we were having a live session, I said something about paying attention to the down candle. I still have it highlighted. Okay, I still have it highlighted over here. So once this candle broke right there, this 1 hour candle broke down, that's it. Price was now going to go lower. And that's what has led us to where we are now. Okay. So I'm expecting them to use the NFP to send price lower. If it does go higher, that will be manipulation, and that would create, again, the higher high effect. So we have this high, that previous day's high, and then this high, and that will cause price to potentially reject as soon as we go above it. So if they send it up, if the NFP comes and then they send it up, then I will anticipate a quick rejection above this high. So it needs to go up there, take it out, and then reject and come back, which can be because this is an up candle, right? When we are going down, when price is going down, okay, up candles, the high can be taken and then price will resume going lower because they are distribution candles, right? So they can take out the high and then price will resume going lower. So let's expect lower prices when it comes to the dollar index. That means euro supposed to send price higher. Okay, euros are supposed to expand higher, and the same scenario, they can send it down to attack this low here and then reject and then go higher. So if the news comes out and they send euro down, that lower low effect can also take place. So this low and that low, that's a lower low. So we need to go and take out a high. We've already established that over the course of some few days, right? When a low is taken, a high needs to be taken. So by default, we need to go and take out a high. So if they come back down, the gap here, we want to see, or we want them to immediately reject and then go higher. Okay, so it's going to be fun. We're going to observe how beautiful price action is today. British pound. British pound is a little bit different because that actually did not raid, it did close. So it's either it's gonna go aggressively right back up. If it goes down, then it might go and attack this low into the second gap, because we did have two gaps, right? The second one, but I really don't want to see British pound do that. I don't want to see it do that. I want to see them go up, and then that down candle will be a reaccumulation. Okay, so even if they try to go up, it should just take out this low into this one. Yeah, drop down to the 1 hour, this level. Okay, this one, that's a quote unquote IFV, inverted fair value gap. Okay, so if they will take it down just that level and then price reject and then we go higher. Okay, so whatever happens, I'm actually looking for higher prices on the British pound. Can you quote unquote gamble? On a demo, yes, but not on a live account. I will gamble on a demo account, but not on the live account. I mean, I'm just winking. Okay, it's up to you. Do what you want to do. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking, right? So you do what you want to do. I'll do what I want to do. I'm not gonna tell you whether I'm buying it live or demo. But if I was to do anything, I'll buy it. So if I buy it, I'll share it with you. If I don't, I'll share it with you. Or maybe I'm already in a buy. Who knows? Anyway, so I'm expecting higher prices on the dollar index. I think this high is just too clean, okay? And this was just a pullback. So this is going to be our draw on liquidity. I'll be surprised if they come all the way back down here, below Monday's low. It's possible. It's within the realms of possibility, but I'll be very surprised if they do that. Okay, so I'm expecting price to go up. Australian dollar, nice move away from the gap that we spotted, I think yesterday, right? Yesterday we spoke about this one. What time of the day did that form? During the London session. And you can see how beautiful price stayed in there. And then boom, we rejected and went to cut this high. It did almost get to where I'm expecting it to go, which during this session with the news coming, there's this one here, right there. Okay, or this low. So one of them, if they manipulate to the downside, one of them is gonna get hit. That one is done. So they can come and clean out these lows, reject, and then make their run for this high. Okay, so let's see if that will be the case. We're still looking for higher prices. All right, on the daily, that has printed a down candle here, which I think I said I will talk about it, but I haven't yet. But I will. Maybe I'll do it in the in the private community. I'll leave that one for the holders or private members, because it's something that can change a lot. Anyway, so it's either they come here and then expand up and then go above this high, which I think I spoke about how aggressive I want the movement to be, and NFP can be very aggressive. So fingers crossed, it's gonna do exactly what I'm saying. New Zealand dollar, same thing. I'm expecting higher prices to go and attack this high. So it's either they come down and take out yesterday's low with the manipulation and then a quick rejection to go back up. Okay. If we lose this low, or if they close below it, then there's a problem, which we have 30 minutes after the news release. We have 30 minutes before the news will, the H4 time frame will close. So even if they send it down, okay, it will take 30 minutes before this particular candle will finish. We got 43 minutes. So within 13 minutes, the news will come out. When it comes out, it can come here and then take everybody out and then start rejecting. All we need is for the H4 not to close below this down candle, this one. We don't need to do this. But it can wick it, reject, and then by the next H4 candle, something like this. If I'm just giving you scenarios, if then scenarios, then we'll be expecting something like this. If they send it down. If not, then they should do something like that and then go and attack it. Okay, so that is that for the New Zealand. The Aussie CAD is doing well. So it does not, NFP does not really affect this, but it can today. If it doesn't, no problem. I think we'll resume going up anyway next week. We've taken out the previous week low, and we had a confirmation here with a nice buying pattern, right, down here. So I'll be expecting price to expand up either today or next week, whichever comes first. So it's either they go up today or they'll go up next week. All right. So let's see. But if you're already in a buy, just protect yourself. Similar to New Zealand CAD, any of those two, you're good to go. Euro Aussie, think we are almost at the TP. So with the news coming in, I want to see them run for this low. Okay, we are very, very close. Now, sometimes they can manipulate price. Okay, they will not come for the low. They will run it back up and take out some form as a stop before going for the low. Okay, so just be mindful with the news. I think that we should just run for it. It's very close to it, so I think you should run for it. So if you're already short, like put your stop loss to break even, just in case. Okay, I've taken profit below that low. My stop loss is at break even. I wanted to sell in here yesterday, price couldn't get there. So watch that level if they manipulate to the upside. Okay, it comes in at 1.6563. Okay, that fair value gap over there. If they manipulate it to the upside, we want to see a quick rejection. Now, with that, you can actually drop down to the maybe 5 minutes chart and then anticipate a reversal forming on the 5 minutes chart, and then you sell short to come back and attack this low. All right. Gold. I think this is a reaccumulation because that's a down candle rejecting a previous candle's low. So we need to go and attack a high. I don't think we need to come back down yet. Based on what I'm seeing on all time frames, I don't think we're supposed to be coming down, especially with how aggressive we went about the previous month high. So I want to see them take price higher again. So this will activate as a green candle. That's what I'm expecting. We are yet to see. So gold, I'm looking for higher prices. I like the fact that we rejected previous day's low, and on the H4, we've gone through this candle's high. I think I highlighted how it looks like on the 1 hour. Yeah, that was the buy pattern that we always look for. Just that the move back above it is not aggressive enough, but they have actually gone back above the up candle. We've got about 9 minutes to go, so we'll actually stay here until after the news event. Then we can transition to the crypto market. Okay, so let's stay here on the currencies side, and then after the news release, we will shift to the cryptocurrencies. So yeah, I'm expecting higher price. Now, let me bring back this and then bring your attention to what we anticipated together last week, right? That's within the realm of possibilities for you to be able to call where the low of the week is going to form, and even sometimes where the high of the week. Now, let me show you how you can call the high of the week. When they manipulate aggressively on Mondays, like this, okay, that's when sometimes it's very, very easy to call the high of the week. All you have to do is just use the what I have taught, right? The projections. So you're gonna project the manipulation to the upside. You're gonna project the manipulations to the upside. Okay, you can go and back test it. Anytime they manipulate when the week starts and they manipulate, you're gonna, how do I say this? You're gonna project the manipulation to the upside. Okay, that's Monday. This is where the high of the week, and then this is Monday. So that's the manipulation. All that is manipulation. You project it to the upside, and then you find the 618 and then the 2. Whichever comes first on a Thursday, okay, whichever they hit first on a Thursday, that is highly probable that that's going to be the high of the week. Okay. So anytime you're expecting price to go higher and they manipulate to the downside, this is Friday to Monday or Tuesday, the low formed on Tuesday, project to the upside, whichever comes first. This one couldn't reach for the 618, but the high formed on the 127. Okay, it was extreme, big down movement. So going back up, you're not going to expect like big move push. Okay, so here, since they manipulated aggressively down, the high is likely going from here on, with the exceptions of like today, where they have news event. Okay, so with this news, it might maybe expand to 2, or it might just stay here, because when they moved like this, that's a huge, huge move. Okay, that's a huge move for the week. If you're not aware, that's over 1,000 points, or I don't know, the measurement for gold, pips, you can call it. So, there's a lot for the week. Hence, you don't want to, based on algorithmic principles, it doesn't want to move beyond that. Okay. So maybe because of the news, it might expand to the 2, or it might just stay in here. So don't expect too much on gold. If anything, what I want to see is just an expansion above this candle, and then we close above it. So maybe a move up here, and then we reject, but we end up closing above this down candle. That's what I want to see. So that next week, it will be much easier for us to look for a continuation to the upside. Okay. So that is the business for gold. Now, crude oil, we are still in that area. We've not actually moved anywhere. But I'm actually looking forward to a rejection today. Okay, I'm actually looking forward to a rejection today. We are very, very at the level where everything should pump up. Yesterday, this candle, as it was forming, I was like, okay, that looks very, very interesting, because that's the perfect candle that, if you understand how, quote unquote, these big players, if you understand how they buy, this is the candle this is how it looks like. The wick is the move up, the body is the move down, and then the rejection. The wick up here is the move up, the body will be the move down, and then the rejection. So it's either we will get an up close candle today, then next week we go up and we will have a weekly candle like this. So ignore that one. And then next week we'll have a weekly candle like this. We go and close above that. Okay, mark the words. And then when it happens, I'll bring you back to today's right now. Okay. When it happens, I'll bring you back to what I'm saying right now, because these are signs, or these are things that you can use to anticipate what price is going to do. Because if it's going to do it, that's how it needs to do it. It has no other way to do it, right? Or the other option is today will end up as a down candle. You'll reject and end up as a down candle. It's either an up candle closing above this today, or a down candle closing below that. That should be it. And then if it ends up as a down candle, then next week we're gonna open Monday, and then we have our first up candle. So we have one up, three down, and then we have the next candle opening and then expanding higher. All right. So it's either we go up today or we go down today. And then next week we go higher from where we are. Okay. So that's the business for crude oil. And then lastly, ES. I think ES should make its way back up for this high. If we can take out previous week high, that'll be decent for this week. If not, then they might leave it as it is, taking out a weekly low. Next week, we go back up and take our weekly high. But it'll be best for them to go all the way up today and then close above last week high. That will mean, wow, be expanding higher for some time. Okay, so I'm actually open for anything. I like the fact that we've rejected the previous week low. That's perfect. If we close like this, I don't mind it. Next week, I'll be looking for price to go up anyway. But if we can go up today to attack this high, then that would be the best thing ever, because it will prove to why this was manipulation, this high and this high, while they came very close to it. It's similar to what I was just describing on earlier on this pair, right? We have a low here. Price needs to take it, but then they will take it up, manipulate, and then come back down. That's what ES did. It came very close to this high. It needs to take it, and it manipulated down, stop people out, and then come back up above it. Okay. So we've got about few seconds for the news to come. So let's go and observe. I'll be back in 5. Okay, okay, okay,
All
okay.
right.
I'm back. I'm back. I never went anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Think
watching
some people.
that just watching that seesaw. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, yeah. Um, some people might think, oh, where did he go? We're not hearing anything. So anytime there is this kind of news, rate announcement, NFP, CPI, rate announcement is in the evening. Sorry, CPI, um, and then NFP, and then I think sometimes GDP. I observe it. I basically just sit and watch what the price is going to do. And I process what price is doing. I try to process or try to think about what it's actually doing and how it will affect the market going forward. Okay, so I have to go quiet and then watch it and then see its movement. So as he was doing what he was doing, I was just observing and then processing some information. Okay, if it's going up, then it needs to go up and take out this high and then reject, or it just needs to go down and continue going down. So as he was doing all of that, that's what my mind, that's what I was processing in my mind. Okay, so that's why I need to go quiet so I can process all that information. But I think it didn't do nothing. It just whipsaw. So we're still looking for that lower price. I think it might come in from 2 p.m. going, my time, GMT. I think they'll start moving. So be aware of this high because now they've come very close to it. It actually went and took out previous day's low, I think. Yeah. And it has rejected. Let's go to the daily. Right. It went and took out previous day's low. So it might go and take out that previous day's high, and then we start rejecting, or they can stay like that for today, and then going into next week, that's when we start moving lower. Whatever happens, we are looking for lower prices. Okay. We've not changed that direction. Okay. Let's establish that. So it's either they are printing two. Okay. So when it comes to the redistribution and reaccumulation, it's either one or two candles. So if it's redistribution, when they are selling more, it's either one or two redistribution up candles. If they are buying more, it's going to be one or two reaccumulation candles. So yeah, it's either today goes all the way down, which maybe we still have time for the day from 2 p.m. If we don't see any big movement happening 2 p.m. sending price lower, then I think they might Yes, thank you, Leo. 5 minutes meditation on NFP. That's what I do. Just that 5 minutes. I need it.
Love it.
So that's what we're gonna be anticipating. Okay. And let's see. I will not be here maybe from that 2 p.m. going, but just observe. We want lower prices from 2 p.m. Aggressive down candles printing. If they don't do it, then forget it. Next week they can open Monday, gap up and then reject and go lower, or Monday is just gonna open and then drop aggressively, or maybe even gap down on Sunday. Okay, so all these are within the realm of possibilities going forward. So as it stands, I think we need to take one step at a time. Our next downside objective, let's look for 107.299 and then 106.96. So with euro, I think this is what I was saying, right? As soon as they go below that low, it needs to reject. That's the lower low effect. It doesn't need to spend, even on a daily, it doesn't need to spend an hour below it. We don't want that. So things like this, okay, when we have high and a higher high, if we are going to reject on a daily like this, we don't want price to spend an hour below it. Because if they spend an hour below it, that's not good. It might end up closing below it. So if I drop down to lower time frame, this is how it looks like. Quick rejection. And then we go the opposite direction. So yeah, that was very eventful. Nothing really much, but we will look forward for a continuation to the upside. So with this, I think the ES usually trades much more during the between the 2 p.m. my time to 4, sometimes 5. So with that news event, I think ES was gonna scream higher. Yesterday they did something naughty on the lower time frame in here, right? It kept going up, down, took out this low, rejected, and then it came back down again, took out this low, and then rejected and broke, and did not come back down again. I think this low is going to be protected. Get rid of some of this drawing. Oops, didn't mean to do that. How do I bring, okay, yes. This one needed to click on. Okay, so I think ES, this low will be protected, and then they will send price. Yeah, maybe we might have a little bit of a struggle, yeah. But if we can close above it, then we will aim. I think we should aim for that. So ES, if you do trade ES during the from 2 p.m. my time, which translates to 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. EST. If you trade ES, look for a buy pattern to form on the lower time frame, maybe 5 minutes chart, or even you can go as low as 1 minute. Look for, again, they just did it on the 1 minute, right? That one up candle, and then the rejection. You can look for something like that, and then approach the target that I've given. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Let's move on to cryptos because we got a few minutes left. Okay, let's go and check. Let's quickly check Euro Aussie. Now, I'm a currency trader, so pardon me if I'm spending some time on the currencies because that's where I love doing my stuff because it's much easier. Because of time of the day elements, you really wanna trade the fiat. Trading crypto is not bad, but these ones, the algorithm works like clockwork. It's just so easy to see what is happening. Okay, because it's just based on time. Once you understand the high time frame, then the rest is just time. London, New York, someone with lots of money will come in, and then they'll move their price for you. Okay, let's go over to AI. First, starting with AI. Look what's happening. I think it got very close to that low, the gap on the monthly, but I don't mind it because again, they've printed the up with 3 down candles. So printing 1 up candle today is exciting to see, right? So what we want to see going forward today is for them to close through this. It will be very, very good to see that happen today. Okay, if they can close through this. Now, what is most exciting about it again is the fact that the February candle opened and then we went down first. Okay, so we've had 2 reasons why if we start going up, then we are definitely going back up. One, the week opened and then we went down first. Okay, we went down. Then the month open. Let me take the monthly open. If it's gonna show. There you go. That's the monthly open, right? That's February. And then that also went down first. According to the power of 3, that's manipulation. And they want to anticipate price going up. So if we can close above this gap today, then that would be potentially price reversing for the month. for the month of February, right? And I've kept saying, if you buy anywhere where we are, you're okay, because we are still low anyway. We are still way low. That's way cheap. Anywhere from 0.50 down. If you're buying anywhere there, right, with the frame of mind that you are going to be holding at least, let's say, for 3 months or even minimum 2, okay, you will see difference in the price level that you buy. If you're buying at 0.50 and lower, okay, the lower the better, but we don't want it to go to zero, not zero, but the lower the better. Where we are now is perfect. It's at OTE 88.8. That's the extreme that it can go. Okay, that's 88.6 or 0.886. That's the lowest that it can go. Okay, if you go beyond that, especially on the weekly time frame, it's not good. But still, I will buy it because I have faith in AI16. I don't know why, but I do. Okay. So I like the candle that is currently printing, but I would want to see today close above yesterday, and that will make my day. And it will make my weekend if you can close above the gap. So the gap comes in at this level, this price level. We want a closing price of today to be above 0.35, 0.35088. Okay. If we can get there, that's exciting. I'll leave it as that. Okay. Okay. So yesterday, my trade idea didn't play out. We got stopped out, which is understandable. Why? Because I said the daily doesn't look great. I don't like the daily candle printing stuff like this. It's not the best. So the week closer or the week closing is what I'm actually waiting for on I think the rest. I want to see the week close like this, and maybe one day closing back above a down candle. I mean, literally turning it into green down candle. A down candle not being black, but green. That will solidify that this low is going to stay like that. We are going to end up the week as a rejection below the previous week. Or yeah. So if we can close back above today's candle on a closing basis, the closing price for today needs to be above 1.99.98. That is the only way that the low that I'm expecting to hold, that's when it will hold, because we still got Saturday and Sunday to go. Okay. But if we can close above the 199.98 level, then price would definitely stay above this low between Saturday and Sunday. And then we will start looking for this high to be taken. That's still going to be the goal, or that's still going to be the target. Okay. But that will be if we can see price closing above the 199.98 level. Okay, moving on. Let's look at, so if you want to trade it, I think it will be best to wait, let today close, and then you can look for the potential buy. Yeah. I think we are going to have fun for the rest of the year. Those that will be in the VIP session, you're going to have fun, right? I know
Nice.
what I'm saying. So I'll leave it as that, and then let's carry on to the next one. Bitcoin is the same. If we can get Bitcoin to close back above yesterday's high, then that will again solidify that we are not going to go and close below previous week low. So we'll get a rejection, and that is exactly what I want to see this week, right? So simply sit and wait, let today close, and then tomorrow you can trade. You can see it, right? The move down. It happened for a reason. Someone was buying, okay? So let them go and close above it. Then we have a green light. It starts as early as the current candle can close above this price level, 97,951.33. If this current candle can stay above it, there's a high probability they will go above this high. Okay, but I'm not saying go and trade it. Just simply sit and wait. Let them do it by the end of the day, and then tomorrow we can start looking for the longs. It's not going to run away. There's always going to be an entry, right? Just sit patiently, let price give you what you're looking for, and then you trade it. Okay, that one, we are just still gonna ignore it. Okay, I don't like it, and I've kept repeating it. If you trade, don't trade this one. It's not good. It's the bad egg among the good eggs. Not great. Maybe I'll substitute it with a different crypto. And then when it's, when I start seeing good stuff about it, then we bring it back on. Right? Another one that is still consolidation. So stay away. If you sold up here, obviously you can hold on to it to go down here. But in all honesty, if you are going to be trading, stay away from it. Let it break away from one of these, which I think it will be to the upside. So buying down here will be the best thing. Buying in here, wrong idea, because it can still go into that lower quadrant of the gap. So buying here will be the best thing, and then you can hold it, because I think the break is potentially going to be to the upside. All right. Ripple, I think let's go back to the daily. So Ripple, same thing. We need it to come back above previous week low. So closing above this down candle will be very, very good. Now, something I did learn from ICT some long time ago. When you see wicks like this, okay, I know it's hindsight, but in future it will help you to understand some stuff. Take this wick and then pretend it's not there. Okay, take this wick and pretend it's not there. What do you see? You see an up candle, down, 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 and then a rejection. Okay, wink, wink. You know, because this is all manipulation. Something happened in here, right? So you can ignore that, focus on the candle, the up candle. That was manipulation. They over manipulated. Let me say it that way. That's over manipulation, right? And then a close above that will reject the previous week low. If we can close above it, then we have a turning point and start aiming for somewhere up here, and then the continuation to the upside. Okay. So again, sit on your hands, let today close. Think it's similar to Bitcoin. On the H4, we need price to close just above this level, and then there's a high probability into 80 to 90% probability today will close above yesterday. Okay. And if we can close above this level, there's a 80% to 80 to 90% probability that this candle will turn green. All right. So within the next 2 hours and 5 minutes, you will know whether yesterday's candle is gonna turn green or not. Or if you don't have my indicator, it's gonna close above previous day's high. Okay, and then we will have an exciting next week. This week, not the best. And then let's look at the last one. We always reserve the best for the last. The two.
Duo.
Okay. I guess you can see what's happening, right? Um, they did eventually go for the low, which yesterday, that was, yeah, yesterday we were here somewhere and we wanted to see that happen. On the daily, what does that create? It creates the up, down, the down, the down. And then what do you want to see? The up, especially going through this for today. So if you can close above that today, I think we'll be going up here to break that. And that will be very, very, very good for price to start shooting back up again at the level that we anticipated, right? That's the gap. Well, this whole place is a gap. You're gonna have fun in the portal in future because there is somewhere that you could have anticipated this forming. And I think since Monday, that's exactly what I've been saying, that they're going to come and attack this low. Is it Monday? This one. Um, Tuesday. Since Tuesday, they're gonna come and attack this, and then we want to see them reject. And we prefer them keeping down candles. These things are so predictable. I don't know why people look at something else. Anyway, that's just for me to know and for you to learn. So we want today to close as it is. And then even tomorrow, if you like, you can look for a buy because again, it's so predictable, it's unreal. If it's going to go up, it will go up and create a gap tomorrow. If it's going to do what I'm saying, it will print an up candle tomorrow and it will create a gap like this, like an opposing gap over here. So that's how you can also anticipate it forming, and you basically gonna wait for this candle to close, then buy as soon as this candle opens, the tomorrow candle, midnight Saturday, 00 GMT, or I think it's 1700 EST. Okay, just wake up, hit the buy button, and then give yourself, if this was currencies, I'll give myself a 30 pip stop loss, or I'll drop down to the lower time frame, find a down candle like this one, put my stop loss below it. And that's it. And then witness magic happen. Okay. So that's that for that tool. If we are able to come back above this high, we'll be looking for somewhere up here as upside objective, and then somewhere up here as an upside objective. Okay, but let's take it one at a time. Today closes, then we want that, then we want that, then we want that. So tomorrow is tradable, provided today closes as it is. If tomorrow closes above this high, then going forward, you are going to be looking for buys. Any movement down will be just a retracement, and then you look for buy. Any movement down will be a retracement, then you buy it. All right. So that is that from me. There you go. I think they're actually doing it. So it's fun, right? It's fun.
Yep. Yep. Sorry, I'm also coding here on my side. Nice, nice. Awesome. Thank you so much. So
No
wonderful.
problem. No problem.
I'm getting really good at multitasking. Always
You can't stay away from watching the live session because you always want to take some notes.
Yeah, no, I have to. You know what? It's part of the process, right? Like, I get a lot of ideas too when I'm watching it, and of course, I'm double checking and verifying the LLMs are working fine, right? So, it's there's a lot going on this end here.
No worries, no worries. Eventually, we will get AI to do all of that for us. I think
Eventually, yeah,
the AI is listening to me, so it's gonna learn from the way I'm, interpreting price and then be like, yeah, no, IT will say this, IT will say that, IT will say this.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do a little demo later on, but we'll get there later.
So,
Uh, yeah, it's pretty exciting. Pretty excited. The Yeah, we'll do updates later. I was gonna start talking and then I'm like, no, I got we gotta keep moving. Nice. Well, thanks so
all
much.
right.
As always, a fantastic session.
No problem, no problem. So next week, Monday, we'll be here again, live from 1 p.m. GMT, Monday to Friday. So don't miss it because there's a lot going on in here. All right, take care, everybody.